Hey guys, Game and Techie here, and today we are going to do the first and most important thing that I think most people should do when they get a new GPU or a new setup. Um, you absolutely have to adjust the fan profile from the standard. NVIDIA's fan profile really doesn't go past 50, and therefore you're getting this where it hits its thermal top. It goes kind of up and down a little bit in this boost clock section. So what you want to do is, if you adjust your own fan profile, then you're able to get these higher stable clocks. Now, that's at the cost of sound. To me, I don't really care about sound, so it literally makes no difference to me, but I know a lot of people really do care about that. Um, I have noticed some weird, some weird anomalies while I've been playing around with the GTX Titan X Pascal over the last few days. But for the most part, everything's been pretty solid and frames have been great. So I'm going to be using MSI Afterburner. I think that's one of the best ways to display frames and all that stuff like that. To stress the GPU, I'm actually going to use. I think I'm going to use Rise of Tomb Raider because that game seems to really kind of heat the graphics card up. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to run it, and then we're going to check to see what the settings look like. Am I getting throttling? How hot is it getting, and whatnot? Because these cards their boost clocks start throttling at around 84%, so 84 Celsius. So as long as we stay under there, shouldn't have an issue. I'm not doing any overclocking or anything else. So let's get right in and see if we can heat this puppy up a little bit. Rise of Tomb Raider is seriously one of the most beautiful games out there. Oh, let me show you what I'm doing graphic-wise. So I don't have my X34 because it's in storage, unfortunately, but I do have my ROG 2560 1440, 144 hertz. It's a TN panel, really good for FPSs and pretty still, nice resolution. We should be able to heat this graphics card up a little bit. I'm running everything at the highest of high, including pure hair. Everything's going to be heating up, and it does run an SLI on DX12. So let's run Rise of Tomb Raider and see what we get. I'm really enjoying playing around with this. This card is an absolute beast and a half. Let's run the benchmark, see what we get. If you can see the frames at the top right, they're actually off. For some reason, I'm not getting the right readings up there, so I'm just gonna kill it altogether for now. But I'll tell you that you'll see the results of the benchmarks. I think it's running in the high 144s. Hopefully, when I get some of my other benchmarks, we do some overclocking and stuff like that. I'll be able to resolve this issue, which I'm not sure. I've actually recorded a whole video, and due to some volt power or something, like USB devices were going on and off, and all sorts of crazy shenanigans. So I had to restart again. So this is like take 7. But yeah, this game is one of the most beautiful games out there. Well, to get a pretty good idea of how much heat and whatnot, I'll probably let this loop one more time so we can really get the heat up a little bit. And then I'll show you what fan profile is using, and we'll see if it was successful. Hopefully it was okay. I'm extremely aggressive. Like I said, I don't mind the sound. I hear it, but it's very low. It's extremely low to me. Again, I use surround sound, but even when people are in the room and stuff like that, it doesn't seem to bug them. And when I was running three GTX 780 Ti's, that was hot and incredibly loud and annoying to most people around. Alright, so we got 139.75 on everything maxed out, 2560 by 1440, SLI GTX Titan X Pascal, so it's really good. Good thing. Let's loop it one more time. Let's loop it one more time to see if we can heat it up even a little bit more. Plus, this is a pretty short benchmark. It's not like it's not too bad, but it definitely pushes the GPUs. I mean, with the SLI 1080s, I was not getting anywhere close to this on. I was running on the X34, so it's not really apples to apples. But I wasn't. I had trouble maintaining 60 in the what's that foresty area in the middle of the game. I could not get really couldn't even get close to 60, and you know the X34 gets overclocked to can get overclocked to 100 hertz. So I was looking for a much better speed, and I wasn't really getting it. So it was kind of annoying. But again, the game is beautiful and everything's maxed out. So like, I know I could turn down some of the settings, but I mean, one of the reasons you have the 1080s and the Titan X's and even the 1070s is so you can max these things out, you know, at your resolution. So this will be the last loop I'll do for this. This should give us a good idea. I'm gonna listen to the sound a little bit. Feel the back. It's pumping out some heat and it's audible, but I don't know. To me, it's worth it to not have any of those, and again, if you can see the frames, they're off. I don't know why it's borked up there, but I'm sure I'll have it resolved shortly, or not. Okay, so this is the end of the second one. Hopefully, we got similar results on the second run. Should be a little bit hotter, but with the fan profile, I don't think we've reached the max. Yep, almost exactly the same. So that's good. That is very good. So let's go back and take a look at the charts, and then I'll show you the fan profile that I use for all this if anyone wants to copy it up. Alright, so let's analyze all these results. So the GPU power went above 100 a few times. Another thing you might want to do if you are going to create custom fan profiles and use MSI afterburners and such programs is increase the power limit. This is something I always do. I'm just trying to do a base test for this purpose, but you increase that, and you can even increase the thermal threshold. It's up to 90 you should be fine, but again, with my aggressive fan profile, I'm hoping we didn't hit 90 or get even close. Okay, so the GPU power did hit 100, so that might be something we want to increase. The temps maxed out at about 71 bull, 72, did I see a 73 there? 73, and the fan got up to 95 on the second one, so we did get towards the top, and this is without overclocking, but again, the temperature, so the fan had ranked all the way up, but the temperature is still, we got 10 degrees or so. The GPU usage was good on card 1, the memory was fine on memory clock was pretty stable, a couple spikes, that's more to do with the benchmark, the nature of the benchmark. The GPU power on 2, everything looks pretty similar on 2, except for the temps are 10 degrees cooler, but that's expected. I have a very airy case, so I don't usually have heat issues in general. The second core was used, the memory clock, so all that was good. The fan on the second one hit 80 instead of 95, so that's cool. Yeah, everything went pretty much exactly how I wanted it to be, so that's pretty awesome. No overclock yet. That'll be something separate. So if you guys want to copy my fan profile, this is what it looks like. Again, this is extremely aggressive. At around 75, I'm at 100. I might actually scale this back a little bit. In fact, I think I'm going to do it right now. I think I'm going to go to 100% at 70. I want to keep this just a little bit cooler. And again, since I don't really mind the sound, it's not a huge deal. I might adjust this again in the future, but right around that, I want 70 to hit 100%. I really want to push that down a little bit cooler because I am planning on overclocking this shortly. So that's pretty much where we're at with this right now. I'm going to do some overclock testing. I'm going to do benchmarks for all the games. I'm so annoyed that I don't have my X34 because I feel like this card, and especially in SLI, is not meant for 2560 by 1440. Even at 144 hertz, which definitely helps because this is like is mostly an FPS monitor, and you could use 2 of these to get the 144 hertz to get the maximum hertz for your monitor, but even so, it's really meant for those high resolution. I really want to hit that 100 frame per second mark on my X34. That's the highest I can go. That's what I'm shooting for. So I'll have to do some more tests. I'm also gonna try to heat it up with some VR tests. My Oculus Rift and Chronos and some other games that I've been playing a lot of lately. And even maybe some Project Cars, you'll see the frames on those. That's always an interesting test. So there's still a lot to do here, and there's going to be a review coming. And hopefully when I get my X34 back, then I'll be able to do some, additional tests. So thanks for watching. Like and follow us, Gaming Techie, on Twitter and other things, and we will put more videos up soon. Peace.